So just on Facebook, and a vegan buddy of mine, Rich, steals some shots of some Domane, near Domane. I always used to call it Domane, Domane. Interesting stuff. This is a carbon bike from Trek, and this is into the details here. It's got a little decoupler system, and you can vary the flex. You can slide this up and down, and it takes a bit of the bumps, bit of cushioning. Same as the front end as well. It's got quite interesting. We'll get to that in a sec. So it looks like big clearance apparently with the brakes. Plenty of tire clearance there. And this is the thing here. You can slide up and down, undo. I think maybe that bolt or that bolt, and then you can slide this up and down. Different settings for compliance. What interests me on this bike is the big tyres, the ability there. Let's go to see what we can find on the net. So I'm at Cycling Tips straight away. There's an advert for Trek Monumental Advantage Cancellara on Strada Bianchi on the new Domane SLR. Reality is though, it's not your bike that's going to help that much. It's more what your hemoglobin is. If your hemoglobin ain't up there, you ain't winning shit. So let's not pretend it's the bike that what caused Cancellara's win. What we will look at today in today's video is, I think this is really cool, where bike companies are going for advancements in comfort, because everyone knows the more comfortable you are on the bike, the more you're going to ride it, the more fat you're going to lose, the more fitness you're going to make, the more friends you're going to meet, etc. So hats off to Trek for doing this sort of level of innovation. What we can see here, let's have a look. So it's the front ISO speed, so the front end is very compliant as well, the rear end very compliant as well. And what is cool though, some people can say we just run lower tire pressure. So you can run lower tire pressure and have this sort of thing. Or we can have the wider tires are more comfortable, 28, 32, etc. like that. This is an ISO zone bar, I think it's called. Or ISO core rather. I've got an ISO zone bar on my e-bike, it's pretty good. This is an ISO core. It's got little bits of rubber apparently in there. The brake clearance is pretty cool. This is an interesting one. Meeting CPSC and ISO clearance standards. That's the first time ever in the bike industry I've ever seen, over 20 years, where they have a standard, where they advertise that it exceeds the standard. Meeting the standards is quite interesting, and it can still run fenders. So this is where it's going. It's going to functional bikes, etc. There's a little YouTube. Let's have a look at the YouTube thing. What's going on here? Only 1,400 views. This video will get more than that. So it's basically just your standard sort of romantic, emotive, high quality shots. It's cool. It's good stuff. That's what I love about cycling. You get amongst it. The reality is, you ain't winning shit unless your hemoglobin's right up there. If your hemoglobin's not over 180, you're not going to be doing your best. Doesn't matter what bike you're riding. So I think this is quite interesting that the bicycle industry, it always used to be about lighter, stiffer, things like that, and now it's going more lighter, comfortable. Instead of stiffness, it's going for comfort. Even a new Domane is comfort orientated, because most people who buy these high-end bikes are not pro riders who have extreme conditioning from in the bike for so long. So what's my bottom line take on the Domane? It looks like it's coming out of the Giant factory. I'd say be manufactured by Giant, designed by Trek, and I think it's looking like a very promising product. I definitely would put this on my list of bikes to have a look at. It's really cool to see. What I love about this bike is the bigger tire clearance. I love the comfort inspired geometry, etc., and little decouplers, little gadgets. But what really I like is the extra clearance of bike tire width on an endurance bike. It's really cool. So it's more of a go anywhere versatile road bike. It's really cool. Either way, gadgets are in. So let us know what you think of the new Trek Domane SLR. It's interesting stuff. Paint jobs. I'm not really that impressed with the paint though. But the good thing about Trek does have the best paint jobs in the industry. If you go to their custom Project 1, it's pretty cool. You can have your own options there. So I'd definitely rate Trek. The finish is great. These colours I don't know. That paint's personal. It's personal preference. What one person likes, another person doesn't. Disc, non-disc. If I was going to go this bike, I'd probably run a disc, because it can run fatter tyres on there and plus fenders. So make a great all-weather bike if you're in Seattle, Thailand, etc. Not cheap, but sell your car, or have a vasectomy, don't have an extra kid, and you'll be able to afford one of these bad boys. It is pretty cool. So these get my thumbs up, even though I haven't ridden one. I'll probably get a test bike soon. Might even buy one, see how it goes. Let us know down below. See you soon.